Hi, I'm Chase. I chose to do the self-concept collage, as you can see. I didn't really know what to make it out of, so I kind of decided to kind of just get a series of pictures of the people who affected me, who are important to me, along with the discussion, and then kind of just go through them and and say why. So the first category are the people who are important to me, and this is a really long list, but the most important to me and biggest influence of my life is probably my mom. My mom raised my two brothers and I by herself, and she always made sure we were provided for. She's the most amazing person I know, and we didn't make life easy for her by any means. We we got in a lot of trouble, but she's always brought me back down to earth whenever I get upset, and she just she she's got this great ability to see other people's sides of things, and whenever I struggled with that, she helps just kind of me understand other people. And when I was young and dumb and in high school, I thought by senior year I knew how everything worked, and decided that after a huge fight with her, I would move out, and that didn't work out super well for me, but we were able to kind of get back and be closer than we ever were before, which is just awesome. Uh, the next really important person in my life is my older brother, Evan. He probably has shaped my life more than he knows. He he made a lot of really stupid mistakes, and me being able to watch him discover his way through these mistakes was really helpful to me. I didn't do a lot of things because I was like, oh, Evan did that, and it turned out really shitty for him. Shooty, crappy, cruddy. Sorry. And so that helped me stay out of a lot of trouble, and I'm really proud of him. He's made a lot of hard choices in life, and he's clean, and he's really happy and in a really good spot in life, and I'm incredibly proud of him. My girlfriend Trish is super important to me. Her and I met. We were dating other people, and we just were friends for a number of years. And one day we both kind of just decided to. We were single for a while. We decided to go out on a date, and after that, we just laid everything out on the table about who we were and what we wanted. And neither one of us wanted a short relationship. We kind of wanted to be done dating, and that's worked out really well for us. We've been able to be honest to each other through everything, and it's really helpful. Another really important person to me is my adopted brother Dayton. Uh, we became friends in high school. He was a couple grades younger than me. Got picked on a whole lot. He was just really shy, and we became best friends, and it works out great. We match up really well. He's shy, and I consider myself outgoing, so we bring out the opposite sides of each other, which is just really great. So on to the discussion. It wanted me to talk about people who confirm my positive self-confidence, and my Lieutenant Han at the fire station, is definitely somebody who does that. I met him when I started the FEST program, and I've worked with him in the year since. And when we started working, he would teach me everything I wanted to know. Boom. So he he would stay up late with me. I mean, every shift we would be up late, and he would be teaching me things, and things about the fire engine's pump, or rescue knots, or any sort of thing. And he kind of how he shows my positive self confidence is he makes sure that I know his confidence in me. He commonly refers to me as his guy, and he wants me. I mean, whenever we work together, he's like, "Hey, you're my guy." And him giving me the confidence in me helps just me feel good. I mean, we've gone to calls just the two of us, and we don't have I don't have to have any doubt in myself because I know he doesn't have any doubt in me. So that's great. Another person who helps me, Austin Henriksen, and it's really funny because he's in this class too. He's not in this group, but he's in this class. He's been one of my classmates in the Fest program, and we pushed each other through the Fest program to become better and learn more. I like to learn by being competitive, so it was great. We would challenge each other in just menial skills and constantly get better and better at them. And we both look up to the other, and so even though we don't work together on a daily basis, we both have a lot of respect for each other. And I feel I can see him look up to me and I look up to him, so it definitely helps with that. So I had problems finding the ego busters. I had to look a lot and think a lot and realize that I don't actually have too many of those in my life right now. But before I started this program, I worked for a bread delivery company, and this company was really good about promoting people who worked really hard, and that fit me perfect because I I like to work my butt off. And so when I finally had worked up to a commission job, I kept getting better and better routes because I would work harder and do better on them. And one of the guys who was taking off one of the routes for me to be put on, he'd been with the company a whole lot longer. And after I got the route he wanted, he kind of found a way to put me down every single day. And he would come back and he would say to me, you know, you're only in this position because the manager likes you, and you're not any good at this. They shouldn't be letting a kid do this. And it was pretty crummy. And then he left to a different area, and it was all great. And then a year and a half later, I walk in one day, and he's my boss. And he literally would follow me around and point out mistakes and just bring me down. And finally, one day, he was trying to write me up for some stupid little mistake, and I quit. And it was a great feeling. I decided to go back to school. I joined the fire program, and I haven't looked back. And it's been absolutely just great. People who I model myself after, I'm going back to Lieutenant Han, because he is the best leader I have ever met in my life. And I think he's the definition of a good leader versus boss. I don't feel like I'm working for him. I feel like I'm working with him. He's by far the best manager I've ever had in my life. I mean, it's really clear that my success means more to him than anything that he does. And he just always empowers me to try to be a leader to the new guys. And he is just, he's great. And I've also modeled myself after this fine gentleman here. He joined the FEST program with me. His name is Kieran Keogh. Hard to pronounce, he's Irish. He came all the way from Louisiana to do it. I met him in orientation, and he asked me for a ride back home to where he was staying because he didn't know anyone. And from that moment forward, we were friends. And I learned of what he went through to where he was in life. He went some really hard stuff. And, I respect the crap out of him for getting over it. And he comes in and he's
not necessarily the smartest guy. He's very honest about that. But because of that, he works the hardest. And because he works the hardest, he gets the best grades. And he does the best. And he won't ever say it, but we all know that he is by far the best in our class. And he works. I respect him so much. And definitely myself after him. So the last bit is to try to talk about reflective appraisal, social comparison, and I feel that reflective appraisal, I get a lot of that from work. I mean the co-work talked about Lieutenant Han, Austin, and Keo. They all affect that. We think really highly of each other and respect each other, and so I find that they look at me, confidence in me, and so I to be what they expect me to be, and kind of shapes who am I. Kind of of high school freezy sorting affairs, and so that the building